Hey everybody, and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Today I'll be entering into the No Wave Pen Challenge and be using clear acrylic. To start off with, I'm going to cut the blanks and then mark the sizes that it needs to be cut again. Next I'll be marking the centers and taking it over to the drill press to drill the hole. I will not be using the brass tube. I thought it'd look cool if you could actually see through the pen. Here you can see me drilling through the pen blank. One problem I did find later on is that if you drill too quick, you will bubble the acrylic, and those are basically impossible to sand out without making the center too big. Next I take it over to the belt sander, and this is actually a really good technique to even make wood pens for somebody who doesn't own a lathe. If you use a normal pen mandrel and you leave the nut tight, get it as round as possible to the eye, then when you loosen the nut and let it spin on the shaft, it'll make the blank perfectly concentric. Sorry for the poor camera angle here. I'm filming this myself and just not really paying that much attention to it. As you can see, it's perfectly round. I'm only using the belt sander. Moving on to blank number 2 here for the other half of the pen. And using the same method here. First getting a rough shape and then letting it spin on the shaft to make it perfectly round. If you look closely here, now you can see the pen blank rotating on that shaft. And if you see I'm holding the pen blank at an angle, this is so that it spins the blank and also gets a good grab onto the material itself for sanding. This is a technique a lot of blacksmiths use. Just for the humor in it, I decided to go ahead and leave the belt sander belt breaking. That belt sander is quite old. Borrowed it from my father, and probably hasn't been used in over 10 years. Next, I take the blanks over to the drill press for sanding. I initially started sanding these by hand and determined that was going to take incredibly too long. So I decided to go ahead and use a drill press. I started with 120 grit, moved to 320, 500, 1000, and then all the way up to 12,000 grit. I sanded both with the drill press spinning it and also with it out spinning to try and eliminate any markings that you would see. Moving on to assembly, because I decided not to use the brass tube to leave it clear, the hole sizes was a little bit sloppy, so I had to glue the pieces in individually. Starting with the clip, then moving on to the nib. Then I inserted the ink cartridge into the transmission, extended it all the way out, stuck it in, and checked to see how deep I actually needed to put the glue, so that way I didn't glue the transmission closed. And I put the trim ring on, broke the glue joint that I just did, so I had to re-glue that. Then added a dab of glue on the other side of the transmission and stuck the back half on. Gave it some accelerant and it's all assembled. See how perfectly clear and round that is. The transmission still works properly. You can see the bubbles in the drill hole from the acrylic getting too hot. Thanks for watching, everybody. This was really fun. I enjoyed making my first ever YouTube video, and I hope to make a few more in the future. Thanks.